Today I'm installing a Mishimoto catch can kit on a 2018 Audi S4. Looks like a pretty nice kit so far. Sorry it's a complete disaster over here, but here's the actual catch can. Here's the hoses it comes with, some hose clamps, a little short hose, and here's the bracket. The bracket is the only real special thing about this kit. It mounts over here like this and puts it in a real nice spot. Comes with a little hose you attach to the bottom and a valve. Put this off of this with a little hose, and you can position this however you want so that you can drain the catch can from the bottom of the car. So start the installation. Just pull the engine cover off. Alright, now with the engine cover removed, you're going to want to remove this whole assembly here, this line right here at the oil separator. This. You're going to want to release this here, and then follow this one through and take this off here. So this, and this. Remove this whole plastic breather hose assembly. Alright, here's that assembly once you remove it. This one over here that connects here will give you a little bit of a fight. There's a special tool that slides in here a little, or you can bend up a piece of sheet metal and slide it in there to release it. But what I did was I just kept a little bit of tension on it and worked around the edge of it with a pick, and was able to work around the edge of this with keeping a little bit of tension on it with a pick and release it from the barb, you know, like this, just with this pick. So it's not the best way to do it, but it works. Nothing was damaged. That's it. So now I'm going to get the new parts sorted out here and start working on those. Just removed this strut brace bolt and then the bolt for the ECU bracket. Now you can take your Mishimoto one and screw that down using the same hardware. Alright, I tightened up this bracket. Over here I put it underneath the bracket for the ECU, and on top I put it above the bar. So tightened it up, fits really well. I should have went into this earlier, but the reason I recommended the catch can being a good idea for this particular engine is the intake is on the outside, the exhaust is on the inside. So we haven't seen too many of these with high miles yet, being that it's a relatively new car, but we suspect they're going to coke up the intake valves like any other direct injected engine does. And when they do, cleaning them is not going to be fun. Being the position of the intake ports, you're probably going to have to pull the motor out, I'm assuming. I'm not sure. I haven't had to mess with these too much from, as far as repairs go. Most of them is still in warranty. But I don't know if there's a separate set of fuel injectors up further in the intake that clean the valves, or if it's just set up like the other ones where you're going to have to get in there and walnut shell blast or pick the valves clean. But whatever the case, it's a good idea to just avoid the whole thing and put a catch can on. This seems like a really well engineered kit. So that's it. Now take the canister, pull the screws that were already inside the top of this, and you can slide this down here and fit it where it's supposed to go. It's supposed to be clocked in like this. I'm gonna have to wiggle around with it a little bit, and then with it underneath, tighten the screws up. I'm gonna put a little bit of anti-seize on it because it's going into this billet aluminum, plate here, so I don't want it to corrode. So that's what I'm gonna do now. Now with this bracket in place and the catch can pushed kind of into the location, I didn't put these upper screws in yet. I just because it allowed me to push this back a little bit and get some clearance to install this short hose. Put the hose clamp on it first, of course, and rotate it so that it's over here, because otherwise it'll be too tight, and just push it on like that. This one's gonna fit here. This line plugs here. This line plugs here. So I'm going to figure out the best way to route this, and then I'll be right back with you. All right, now I have the hose here installed, clipped in everywhere, tightened up the catch can, actually fits really nice. You can come up with clever ways to kind of zip tie this down, you know, so it's out of the way. There's no way I could have really routed this any differently to get it down, mounted down lower and more hidden. It doesn't really work like that, but it doesn't look bad. The bracket, the catch can, it's all really nice. Now I just have to go up underneath and install the little drain tube. I can put the hose from the top, stick it somewhere down low here. And I'm gonna just install the drain tube now. So, all right, now I just grabbed that hose that was attached to the bottom of the reservoir of the catch can, and ran it straight down here to the front. I figure, you know, you'd want it up here underneath this front belly pan, just because you drain it every time you change the oil. And I found what seemed like the most convenient spot was there's a little hole in the subframe next to this mounting screw, next to this sway bar bracket. And I just took a piece of that rubber hose, cut it off the length of this, stuck it through that, and then put a little bit of grease on the valve and stuck it in there, and it's real tight fit, and it gives it somewhere nice out of the way to sit, and it's a pretty nice clean install. So that's it. Hope this video helps. Thanks.